Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sri Lanka series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel, in which we're getting closer to the purification phase, which will happen during Seneya's reign, which will mark the end of our golden age, even though it had already ended right when our predecessor, Agarada Gajabahu the Marvelous, who passed on a couple of years ago, as he died from being ill, and as well as being infirm. That's what put him away. And now we're still, in the reign of the newest ruler of the Vijayabahu Agarajia, our first ruling Mahesi, Seneya is her name, in which she is born to a Sinhala father and a Chinese mother, in which my mother is also one of the ladies in waiting, which a lady in waiting is an assistant and companion to a queen or an empress, attending to every need and fulfilling every whim. So you could say, yeah, my mother serves me as if she takes really good care of me. So as a reminder, stubborn, temperate, calm, but I do have a bit of a dark side of myself, and that's being callous, which I'm being called both heartless and cold-blooded, so I'm indifferent to most. But nevertheless, I'm an exalted warlord. I'm a very well-educated person. Very well-educated. And I only know Sehala and Gur. So it would be wise to learn Tamil at some point. But of course, there's this friend of mine. Can't learn the language from him because it has to be at least 10 years old. Ah, well, I can wait. I can wait. Unless you know any other local Tamils like this man. Because it's something I want to do first game. Learn the language. And who's that you're married to? That doesn't look like it's from around here. Zoe, the Greek. Well, how do you like that? Just like to learn the language from you, as I'm young and eager to learn. Esteemed hospitality, which is personal scheme success chance. We kind of do tongue. There is an issue right now regarding the Srinagar Sangha struggle. The realm of Arasa Kasumi, that's because my half-brother here has changed his culture. He is now a Mon. They actually picked up experienced whalers wherever they make their money. Hell, I should have that as a culture to just... In fact, just curious. Because me being such a realist... Are there any whales in the Indian Ocean? I mean, it's widely distributed. I mean, you can't deny that. Like, take humpback whale for example, or southern right whale. But you have to go very far to find, whales on that part of the world, Hang on. Yes, there are whales in the Indian Ocean, especially the humpback whale. They can be found in the Indian Ocean. You know how I'm always like, we want more money, and we gotta get money by any means. Maybe perhaps next time, since there is space, like say... Oh, where is it? It's out there somewhere. I remember seeing it. There. Experienced whalers. You can do that until 1201 AD. You should consider doing that. Sehala being into whale hunting, even though that kind of goes against, Buddhist traditions regarding the harming of other animals in such a way. Especially as big as one is a whale. But then again, the Mon people up there, they're Theravada too. So, it's up to them. Plus it has its advantages of being out at sea, makes it less dangerous to travel. Yeah, you people probably seen me do whale hunts many times in the in that Norwegian series that I did. But anyways, let's get this. Let's continue the reign of Seneya, the first warrior queen. My Mahasadavigai. This plan was a great success, and my vassals were fooled into believing the whole story. These are sound news to my own credibility among my vassals. Prime. Gained plenty of prestige. And this makes all the vassals, even though the ones that have issues with me, well then, they're gonna respect me a little more. But, however, there is an issue while we get a bit of money off of our prisoners of war. Look, there's a space missing. As a reminder, only Sihala and Tamil are cultures that can be involved. Theravada is good, along with branches of Hinduism. And we know that Vaishnavism, which is also prevalent here, is not one of those. So we'll go for hit and run. Less retreat losses, more heavy damage and toughness from heavy infantry, spearmen, archers, and skirmishers. And a bow, let's do trade experience up a bit more. So we ought to go for this one next, regarding siege weapon effectiveness and living off the land, especially that makes my travels safer, as I tend to be a strategist in order to defend the island nation and to defend our allies against those who do harm against my kin, wherever they may be. But I'm not that innocent, because there's an issue with this. Because he changed his culture, and it's not involved, and he's not going to contribute to the Sangha. So my brother, even though he's my friend since childhood, some would think, you know, for a person who has zero intrigue, the easiest thing in the world would be just to kill him. But no, kinslaying is bad. What does Theravada say about kinslaying? Criminal. Of course, murder is murder. But the thing is, what's the alternate way? Well, why don't you just revoke the title right off? Well, that's tyranny. And I'm getting tired of this tyranny thing. Although he'll accept it 100%, because refusal is treason, and we're friends. He'll be willing. I mean, he's a nice person. And it's in my capital duchy. That's another justification. And he's my friend. So to do that without tyranny, what's the best way to kick him out, basically? Fabricate the claims. It'll take 6 years. Well, get to it then. We'll get those lands back in many years, so that means we'll have more time to focus on our here and now in our realm. Plus we make a pretty good fortune, 28.8, 20.9. We just ought to check the control. Economy at least. County control, here it is. There's a bit of issue down here. What's going on down there? What'd you do? Development curtailed. Mismanaged pastures. Oh, you clearly did something and I don't appreciate that. I would love to go on a relic veneration, pilgrimage, grand tour and all that, but we don't have much money. We need at least over 550 gold to start a grand tour to get more money so I could do much more to contribute to the Mahavihara Monastery and more. So the Pandya's are gone then. Taking hold of this land. No, the Pandya's still there. They're just much reduced now. Additional taxes. Oh, thank you very much. Hold it right there. I'm invited to a grand wedding. Where is this wedding? From Gupta. The Gupta dynasty? No, different Gupta. Just happenstance. So, this is Maha Samanta Rajaganesha of the Gupta Buddhi, Bengali Mahayana Buddhist, heir to the Shora Buddhi. Paul is still in power, and he's going to be there too. And who is this person you're marrying, or is it you? Okay, I was about to say, who's getting married to? No, it's this one who is the heir to the Gupta Buddhi, betrothed to this beautiful, strong woman. Who's a knave? How much does it cost to be there? No cost. So the estimated arrival is October 3rd. The activity starts then. Well, I like to be there with minimum cost. Mount shoes. Oh yeah. Because, you know, we decided to build blacksmiths, so now we have this ability now. Your superior blacksmiths can outfit your mount with the finest shoes, preparing you for the journey. We can actually go a little faster now. Free of charge. Because of the callous personality, I have this option to face the worst. Which, you're putting yourself more into danger. It's just a way of risking yourself. And of course, we gotta bring the Silk Road merchants along the way. So, okay, after the wedding, when we get back home, I'd like to explore a little up here. And then go down there. Because we've got to go overland just to get the Silk Road merchants to work. Mining pits. The Chola capital. Kanchipuram. Yes. Mount shoes of Silk Road merchants. It'll cost you 34, which you will make some back along the way. Let's go. I'll have a good time at the wedding. My acquaintance, Raja Ganesh, is hosting a grand wedding in Navavipa. It's time come for us to depart. The ceremony will join his son and heir, Vasudev Narayan, and his acquaintance Devavati, in holy matrimony. I do need to guard both my back as well as my food during this visit. The Mahasamanta Rajganesh is a treacherous creature. I suppose we must. Sharing power of Regency. Encourage him to fill the coffers because, you know, we need the money to fabricate claims, grand tour and everything. And mind you, this is the one with the wrong culture. Listen to yourself. Using the term wrong culture, that's from EU4. Wants to go to Western Africa. Master. No, can't do that. you'll die during it. That's what I fear. The sea is calm and forgiving today. Still as a boulder and a powerful wind at the back to our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for rowers below. And then I spot a mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first in some jagged rocks just ahead. It doesn't appear to be any survivors, and rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate. Yet I feel compelled to go investigate this mysterious wreck. We can wait, so please remember. You got till 1 month before the wedding begins, so let's investigate this. Just as everyone had assumed, there were no survivors on the wreck. However, the clothes and goods left on the corpses would indicate that this was once a wealth trading ship. Among the wreckage, I see exotic goods and luxurious clothing still intact, save for being a little wet, no doubt. These items will fetch a good price once we make it to shore. Good vine. Lucky us. Sharp gusts and lingering squalls have kept the ship tipping and rolling for hours as I stand on the deck clutching firmly onto the mast. I see the chest carrying my Sehala flexible scale armor come to loose. I'm too far to save myself, but if I was within reach, or he would be at risk of falling overboard. Oh, crud. My armor! Save it! Drowned. My old caravan master said his mortal coil when he drowned. It behooves me to choose someone else to lead my entourage. In fact, there are two who could easily fill his shoes. Either my courtier Lulu or my courtier Solan. Solans will do just fine. Come on, we gotta get moving. Can't stay here. We got a wedding to attend. Again, I used to travel as a pilgrim, but it's my first real travel. Alright, squall, turn to port. The coxswain's horrifying out this not to the calm weather. Our ears are filled with increasingly louder roar of the wind. Less than a heartbeat. A moist white mist and engulfs the whole ship, louder than the wind. The mainmast cracks and falls overboard. As sudden as it came, the squall moves on. Our boat lazily rocks on a calm sea, dragging torn sails and broken oars along. Fear not, we have more sails. Due to my entourage's maritime expertise, we are prepared for this. New rigging is swiftly erected from the stored sails of wooden beams. We're all familiar with sea travel. We have Castle Baileys now. Which means now we have the ability to build high medieval era military buildings. Fabricate claim on county council tasks me to go faster. Yes, I want that because, you know, we're fabricating claims right now. And we'd like for it to go faster so I can get those counties back. To get it off of my brother. Without incurring tyranny. That's the most important thing. probably the same one from earlier, is it not? No, different. Well, it's the Forged Magnificent weapon. Oh, can it be any better than my Italian battle axe? But your skill's merely decent. I'll let you. Something that can gold slash and pierce flesh. So making a dagger. On our way to Tambapanni, we appear to be stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamor around exotic food stalls. The air thick with fragrances I never imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stall stacked with a dish I could only dream of. I'm pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of Lulu. Do not waste your palate on this slopping lady. Bowls of pakala are for peasants. For much finer foods at home. Hey, I practice temperance, so for now on, just say, I can't believe I almost ate this garbage. Temperance is a virtue. Be mindful of what you eat. You try to attain gold. 29 days till it begins. You know, let's do this mischief for once because I'm a callous person, because I could see her doing that. It's like, yes, she is a calm, callous person and all that. But every once in a while, she could be a bit of a, you know that word. And plus, she's still got that little girl in her still, you know, when she, you know, had the pierce thing. 56% chance of haggling. Okay, we can't do that, so stick to the initial agreement. It isn't much, but it's a start. I'll find other ways to impress whomever I want. Actually, I should dedicate it to the nephew, because you got a weapon? You got a bunch of weapons. What a nice collection. You know, dedicated to him. We helped you out in war, so now I'm dedicating this artifact to you. I look around myself excited. Everywhere I lay my eyes are mingling guests. Flowers on every surface. Buzzing servants with loaded dishes, and a very proud host, Father Ganesha, checking on the final details. The nervous but excited spouses on Crusader and Debutantes are standing at ready. The ceremony is about to begin. I can't wait to cause some mischief. I don't care if I get kicked out. I just came here because I just wanted to see the sights and make some money. I'm at a wedding with two people that I don't really know nor care. I'm just here because I needed an excuse to get out for a while. Gave her an ancestral cloak. I've just received news that the monastery, which I've ordered a while back, is found to be completed. Already, Becos are taking residence within these walls. They will be able to provide the spiritual needs for the community in no time, and transfer the facility into a local center of learning. It's simply beautiful. Excellent. Gate crashers. Nobility weddings are always a great show for common people who gather in hope of getting a glimpse of their ruler and a taste of their riches. In particular, I can't help but notice that the underway preparations for the grand banquet are being followed with rapt attention by a group of extremely haggard-looking peasants. I could have let them in. This'll spice things up. I'll do that because I'm callous. Raj Ganesh drove the peasants out. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed. All that is left is the final vows. The formal consent is seal on the marriage as both Vasudev Narayan and Debutantes say I do. The crowd starts cheering as they stand witness to the beginning of their life together. Exciting! The formal part of the wedding, the ceremony, is finally behind us. Everyone is smiling at the anticipation of this gargantuan meal. Exciting entertainment and general revelry is about to be offered. Let's tuck in. See if I can cause a bit of mischief or not. I tried to cause one, but that kind of didn't do. Unless my memory escapes me at the moment, but because I got a lot of things going on in my mind right now. Things I want to do after recording, because you know the other things I have to do in life. Vasudev Narayan has an ancient plaque now. The sword approached me with round bird eyebrows and then, my lady, I'm in no disrespect, but it's 4 years. Let's just say if you want the dagger to be serviceable, you're gonna have to invest in a new one. Of course, whatever you need. Always good. They brawled each other because they're rivals. Sweet. Every wedding banquet is host to a frankly inimitable number of speeches, some long, some short, some honest, some deceptive, rolling up and down the hill, punctuating every course of the feast in waves. As my turn nears, I'm left wondering, should I consider it a happy couple or try to stir up a little excitement? After all, it's easy for double meanings to get lost in most of the sea of words. Because of my mischief attempt out, because I'm callous, I'll just say 53% chance of whatever I say is that true, or they'll think, what obvious salacious lies. What obvious salacious lies. I was just trying to stir up some trouble because I'm bored here. I don't want to be here. I just want to travel, see the sights of the country, and then make some money along the way. Because we want to hold a grand tour of my realm. Feels like I've been eating, drinking, mingling, dancing, and singing for days. Soon the celebration will wind down, and the spouses will retire to their chambers for the consummation of the wedding. For us who remain, let's pour another drink. A toast to the spouses. It's their time. You gotta respect their private time together for the bride and the groom. More funds? Here. Greedy bastard. One after the other, the guests are leaving. It's finally time for you to depart too. The wedding was a great occasion to mingle with my peers and relax. I abandoned the premise, tired and satisfied, sending my best wishes to spouse our prosperous happy union. Congratulations again, though I failed a mischief attempt, but nevertheless. Have a great day, both of you. I'm just gonna get the heck out of here. See the sights a little of this realm, and then come back. Ah, every little bit helps the culture fascination. Now, it'll take about 3 years to get what I need. The afternoon is quickly advancing to nightfall, so we enter the local farm estates of Somapur. The estate owner, Adirsinger, greets us warmly and promises to host a lavish feast for us. Once the feast starts, we dine on a veritable menagerie of roast animals, stews, soups, bread, and the like. In the morning, Adirsinger approaches me as I join breakfast. My lady, hosting such an extravagant shindig as yesterday can be expensive. Why on earth? I mean, yes, I'm callous, but also I'm calm. I mean, he's a greedy bastard, so you should pay me for the prestige I brought to your farm. Make some of that money back from, you know, all these investments. Forgotten about it. Let him eat it. All done. You're just what the army needs. Our journey is finally interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. A noise so horrific it must have come from the depths of Naraka. Attempted to track this source, he found a desperate Ratapoda struggling with a wild hyena. His blade wedged between the beast's jaws, with his grips beginning to falter. This man deserves my help. This is a promised challenge, because as you know, I have awfully high prowess. So 55% chance that I save him, in which this man, though Craven, he calls him, will be joining us. Or I get wounded and he dies. Or, nah, I won't risk my life for it. If I get wounded, there's a chance that somebody's going to screw up the wounding treatment and things will get worse from there. It's a feeling I had. I'm not going to help that man out. 42 gold, good. The journey has been long and tiresome, and my feet ache so much that my ancestors must feel it. I'm about to collapse from exhaustion. I feel something heavy weight on my neck. Before long, I'm adorned head to toe in traditional Auriac garbs. The streets alive with jubilation. Every house beckons me to come inside and rest my weary laurels. It would only take a moment to regain my stamina, and I'd be welcomed as the guest of honor. Aurea hospitality is legendary. Can I really afford not to see it for myself? Perhaps just a short rest. Here for 21 days. While we wait, Silk Road merchants get to trading. The inn we stayed at Provençal last night was horrible to say the least. Let's think about the quality of the bedding, and the atmosphere did not sit well with many of us, myself included. When we tried to sleep last night, as we ride onwards, everyone in my entourage was visibly tired and exhausted. We have to bear with it. entering to a long jungle. Journeying through Sri Kakulam, I passed by a particular looking tent displayed over its more killer looking occupant inside. Come in, O mighty Mahesi. I can tell you have many miles to go. I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man's piqued the interest of my touch. Am I willing to pay for a reading? As I'm callous, I say, seal the tent and have this witch burnt. This gives me a bit more dread because, you know, I mean, I'm not a dreadful person in particular, but every little bit makes somebody else, especially my unruly vassals, think twice about me. As we walk the jungle path a good pace, I'm enjoying the peaceful ambience. By the corner of my eye, I'm sure to glimpse a striped coat of a loud growl confirms it. A tiger! A colorful beast lopes onto the track, its great paws kicking up the mud, flanked by teak trees. It completely blocks our way forward to Tilkamai. Just look at those claws! My caravan master Courtiers can't lose him. Step aside, I'll handle this. 75% chance that the tiger dies in my hand. 15% chance that the tiger mauls me and I get wounded. 10% that I die. Tiger dies at hand. As we pass through the Stahala of Vingepura, a jubilant local approaches my entourage. His smile stretches from ear to ear. I discern he's offering a warm welcome, but the finer aspects of his speeches are sadly lost on me. Be that as it may, I wave my attentive companions and return this joyful greeting. I can hardly imagine a more excellent chance to practice my Tamil. Let us simply have a pleasant conversation. So attempt to gauge a conversation about the similarities and differences between Sahala and Tamil. So yeah, we've passed through Vingapura, which that place I'm very, very familiar with. Because for those that remember my past videos of Crusader Kings on the Lord Master channel, Vingapura was basically, I basically made it my version of Troy, for Indian Troy. Because we had this scenario that is almost exactly went how the story of the Trojan War takes place. We had our own South Indian Trojan War. And Vingapura was Troy of our version of it. Yeah, those are some fond memories I have. Demand payment for hooks. Yeah, might as well. Because I know there are those who I have powerful hooks on that I can demand a payment. Even though it leads to the degeneration phase, but we're far from it. Take advantage of this. I'm not as avaricious as my father, but I'll do whatever I can to, you know, to get as much from him. My lady, look at that metal. Never seen such fine quality before. And so it breaks away from market for such a cost and much sun to cover on. The static ores. With this, my project will reach new heights. I could create something truly marvelous. Please, my Mahese, bestow this gift upon me. Surely, can we get a fair price? I'm just not convinced. Next time that happens, we're gonna break the doors down. Since leaving home nearly a year ago, I've seen the highs and lows, reveled in the wind blowing through my hair, and lamented the rocks in my boots. There are so many places, so many things I need to see. Out there on the open road, I feel free from the stuffy durga, if only for a little while. The roads are full of pilgrims and wanderers. Perhaps it is among them that I will find peace of mind. Out here, I'm truly free. The light of Siddhartha guides me in my holy quest, as it once guided my father, the great Agarada Gajabahu. The life of Siddhartha's pious servant is not an easy one, yet I feel compelled to be even greater than my father. Should a good Theravada always relentless pursue the recognition of both his peers in Siddhartha? His father's example being to follow, or go to achieve its paths? There's still much for me to achieve. It is nightfall, and Nagapodi is hard at work when we arrive at the cereal fields south of Costa. She appears to be flattening crops at a rapid pace using a large, flat piece of wood and heavy stones. I frown as I watch the woman perform her labor, then inquire as to exactly what she is up to. She winces and starts a long rant about how we all need to wake up and meet our true mass instead of hiding behind false Hindu teachings. Take a step back to surprise. Crud. Every little bit helps for the renown. 620. Need 280 to get up to 900. Making big progress. Not you. Traveling through these times harsh environments, as it vigor affects at least my state of mind and vigor. As I glance over Slan, however, it does not appear to be doing quite as good. His movement labored, his breathing heavy, and spontaneous bursts of coughing riffled through his body. Clearly he is not well. They should let the rest of recover fully. And while we wait, engineered for destruction. Faster naval speed, and doesn't mean travel, it means army. And in another 5 years, we'll get this. For better travel safety. Time disappears as though I saw Smithy. Drinking thorough as we discussed the dagger's fortune for me. Am I managing things, or is there an indescribable tension? The hours grow late when my webster puts down his tongs. It takes a deep call from his goblet. Smiles at me, knowing. Is he... I can't deny something stirs in me. My heart quickens as I find myself holding him in my arms and he embraces me in return. What is happening? I must go. Oh, let me give a try here. Yep. The Witch of Compatibility. Compatibility is a land of strange and obscure custom to me. The practices of the street Kula favor are strange and unimaginably different from Theravada, and nowhere is that more apparent than their attitude towards the practice of magic. Right in the middle of town, there's a woman chanting incantation and offer blessings against you with her bhikkhu. It is strange to me, but the people appear positively jubilant to be in her presence. A dwarf witch, all of body. They must be made to understand that witchcraft is a sin. I want to debate here. Slope. Size on the wall. Keep the wagon off the ground. So that one gains prestige. And also trade experience while seasoned. And by the way, that's more than usual. Because remember, traveler trade experience gains more. More often now. Gift of entertainers from Mahinda. Thank you very much. Little nephew. Got a rat hunt cat. Cousin and rival from over there. You want a prize ring? No, this was never yours. You never won it. Team of all manner of wildlife. Father boys and I agree that Vani would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. While I don't have time to stay for a proper outing, as you traverse the area, I spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. It has peculiar markings on its fur, and I motion Father boys to survey the animal. As he spots the rabbit, he grins. What would you say to a friendly wager to each? Whoever strikes the pristine fellow with an arrow wins. 99% chance that I bait him, and I get the hunter trait. And he pays gold to me for winning. Even though that's not a callous thing to do, but hey, there's benefits. Rabbit in sight, we both slowly and purposely move closer to the rabbit, taking aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away a piece of straw. I pull my string and release as the arrow goes straight through the animal's body. A sudden impact launches a few paces, then the tiny body slumps on the ground. Motionless, I roar in triumph. If Fireboys joins me, my turn. Nice shot, he cries as I dart forward to pick up the trophy. That was fun. I don't hold hunts these days, even though female rulers cannot slay beasts with that intent, but it's something for me to do. Unless I do falconry. The smell of decay hits my nostrils like a pungent punch. The livestock don't look well as I glance around the immediate pastures of Panoklan. Uglam. The peasants work here, drag their feet, and aimlessly wander around trying to look busy. The clear lack of motivation and morale is rubbing off the entire populace, it seems, as development areas clearly come to a standstill. I shudder in disbelief as the local leader, Seneya, approaches me. What a mismanaged hole. I have better things to do. Or I can improve it. Even though journey will be... A blind pig could run this place better. There you go. The journey's been a long one, but I've finally come home again. Well, much remains the same since it gets changed about how the bhikkhus and bhikkhus treat me. I would have gone on a journey of a holy woman, but wait a minute. That wasn't a pilgrimage, that was from a wedding. Yet I treat that as a pilgrimage. Does that mean I picked up the, No, that was all traveler. $21, soon $22 later this year. And I'm still in the mood to go on a few adventures. Not gone on a pilgrimage to Sri Pada. No need for that. Deliberately. You know what? Face the worst. It'll give me a lot more prestige. I'm not the bravest woman out there, but mount shoes and face the worst. I want a high chance of danger once we're up those hills leading into Sripada and back again. I want to be a role model this time. I'll set an example to all Theravans there by going on this little pilgrimage. Gain more prestige on top of the other gains. Just to show this, it's just a way of saying I want to be that girl. Today I start my journey to Sripada. It will be an arduous journey, traveling through miles and miles of wilderness, not to mention the actual mountain itself, which will be quite difficult to climb. But it will be well worth it. Sripada, the holiest mountain in Tambapanni, in fact, is so holy that people of all religions, not just Theravadas, go on a pilgrimage there. The site's main attraction is a large footprint inside, which is said to have been made by Buddha, according to Theravada bhikkhus. Visiting is surely a great way to show my devotion to Siddhartha. Time to make my way to the mountain. I'm feeling brave. My dagger. Folded iron dagger of masterful craftsmanship. Grip is covered with gold helix inlay. Blade is etched to display a relief of a majestic bird. Dedicating it to the stalwart friend Hinda. This is lovely. This road's got incredibly hilly the past few hours, and everyone's beginning to weary. After a while longer, with no head to the hills, besides, one of my childish companions approached me and says, "Lady, our mouths cannot carry on like this much longer. The poor animals need a break or I'll fear they'll collapse. We must put a stop to rest." Well, I say, I'll brook no delays. We press onward. Ravine! Thank you very much. Wow, she's still alive? One of the former wives? Surprised she's still in our court. The mother of Parakamba. One second. Someone I could trust. At last I've reached Sripada. The mountain itself towers high above me at the distance. Surrounded by seemingly endless canopies of greenish trees. It looks daunting, yet I've already walked all the way here. There's no turning back. For now, however, I and my entourage need to recoup our energy. The way upwards will be difficult, so we'll need well-rested bodies and minds if we're to make our way to the peak. As we make our way through the crowds of fellow pilgrims, some fellow Debutantes, others followers of different creeds, as we prepare for the rest of the night, it is remarkable how people of all faiths venerate this mountain. Even more remarkable that they maintain relative peace with each other. See that mountain? I will climb it. Around the vicinity of Sripada, and on Sripada itself, it's common for people to avoid eating the meat of animals, or at least many of those who are followers of various Buddhist and Hindu sects do. Even those that don't reduce their consumption of meat, for it is said to allow one better to focus on pilgrimage and veneration of Siddhartha. I should avoid meat while I'm here. We have started our trek up the Sripada. There are two main routes going to the main peak. One, some call it the Mama track, which is relatively easy, gentle walk, so anyone who climbs up the mountain this way is not considered a true pilgrim. The other route, called the Baba track, is much harder and is the route we are currently on. However, along the route there are a number of chains going up the stairs to help the pilgrims up the steps. Not even part way through and I already feel exhausted. It's a struggle. I'll push through this. At last, I reached the peak of Sripada. What a magnificent view. Against the pure blue sky, one mostly sees pure white clouds surrounding the mountain when gazing downwards, interspersed with the evergreen canopy of trees, all of which obscures the base. But I'm not here to admire this scenery. I hurry my way across the zone where most of the other pilgrims congregate, a footprint spanning a miraculously large length of lofty black rock. At last, before my eyes, is the very footprint that the Buddha made so long ago. We will spend a few days in prayer before we return. Before we do so, it is customary for Debutantes like myself to donate some gold or precious diamonds to leave the 9 holes carved into the foot as an offering. I'll donate a great amount. After spending many days in prayer, we make our way down the Mama track of Sripada. This route may have been easier than the way going up, but it is still a strenuous trek downwards, and by the time we reach the bottom of the mountain, I and my entourage are exhausted. As we catch our breath, I make note of the famous ancient tree at the base of the mountain. People say this tree is of supernatural quality, where its leaves never fall, and some herds even claim that eating the leaves will regain their youth. Regardless of the truth of the matter, it is a beautiful tree, one clearly old and wise, and a wonderful sight to end our trip on. See that mountain? I did climb it. No delays. Bingo. After this, I'll be getting up to Wander and Season Train up sooner or later. Let's go on a grand tour now. Taxation. So we need the money to revoke titles and everything else to support the Sangha. I'll go to you first for a dinner between us. And if we go down there and I hear you have control issues. Up here, dinner again. You got control issues as well. And this one for dinner because low opinion. And that cultural festival for the Tamil. If we could call that dangerous particle, so we'll take the Nakuna ship owners. Their class of merchants are diverse in religious origins, prominent along the coasts of India. Their connections will help any traveler who seeks to go far in a safe and timely manner. Safe in a coastal sea, but out in the open sea, not so safe. Obvious is obvious. Still my bodyguard, still be with us. Stick with justice. Let's go. Going out to sea first to meet him all the way over there. When the time comes, I'm gonna fabricate the claim not only in Nagadeepa, but also Matele. When we have claims to both, we gotta revoke him off of it, and he'll be willing to accept. No need for war, no need for murder. And then we can get back contributing to the Sangha and all that. Now I'm known as the Great Bear. Because of my strong, that's why. There are Indian bears, so the Great Bear makes a bit of sense because that's the courage I have. The courage of the bear. Oh hell. It's not worth the risk. That's a shitty armor. Travel through the Andaman Sea and we enter to the Gulf of Mataban. Accumulating is transitioning into purification. So, Golden Age ends, and then that means we're going to go back and forth with the influence of the 3 monasteries. Made a landing here. Entered the Kasumi. I'm here, brother. I traveled a long way to meet you. Get more progress. I'm learning Tamil. It is another evening of my stay at Prabhukrama's Kasumi's home, and yet another foreign meal is placed in front of me. I knock it around a little with my knife, watching as the dark, unfamiliar sauce slides like a skidding mud. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some food from the capital. Just some simple pomegranate cakes would be fine. I could ask, well, something back home, of course, but the risk of causing offense. I'll just ask. He's insulted. .635 is where we are for this before it turned to purification in a couple of days. What's to make the armor? Master. Feeling fine. Perhaps you can make an armor better than the one I currently wear? It's now officially purification. As a reminder, these are what you must do to get back up to accumulation. And this is what not to do. Don't hold this for the time being, till we're far away from that. Time for tribute. Thank you very much. Now we got a long way to get to the next, which will be there on the 25th of July. It's every 10 years. Excellent. I'll find other ways to impress whomever I want. Now we are touring the grounds here. So, let's get to it. Let's go and let's get it. $61 now, but if we can increase the diplomacy and stewardship more, like say above 70, that's when I'll start. But for now we gotta stick to the mutual agreement. Something that was in my mouth. During the tour of the Gama of Magarapura, I unlocked a conversation with my Batakaria Rasladu about the subtle art of diplomacy and appeasement. When he's interrupted by one of his courtiers, though a lowly courtier spoke completely out of turn, Rasladu Mangalan of Rohana strangely did not chastise her and allowed her to speak directly to me. Though what she has to say is quite interesting, this breaking of social etiquette has caught me quite off guard. I will listen. Wander in the countryside, Rohana. Habit across what seems to be the gathering of peasants in a small hamlet. Accompanied by their proud owners, onions of immense size fill carts and market stalls. Peasants occasionally bring their goods to be judged, analyzing their size and health. They seem to be holding some sort of festival. But as soon as I've noticed, they're eager to show me the fruits of their labor. More avarices. More money's always good. Staying with vassals and having a chance of scenery has been nice, but the constant changing layouts becomes increasingly confusing. When I left to my own devices, I rarely know where to look for commonplace necessities, like where I might find a midnight snack. Haphazardly plunging through Faslada's Morgana's Durga, I chance opening a door to find Morgana and his courtiers standing precariously close, seemingly on the brink of something intimate. Candles, candles? Yes, candles softly light the room and the sweet smell of lavender fills the air. My vassal betrays a weary smile, beckons me closer. Because I'm temperate. I'll not soil myself with such filth. You shall have the money. I know that liminal armor is not cheap to make. Well aware of that. Time for tribute. Thank you. Now we're going to the dangerous hill district. Discovered land grants. Now we can get it much faster. What took you so dang long? I'll go for that next. Why the heck not? Temple architecture, that's an India thing. How come we do not have that? You can build temple complex or a palace fort if need be. It's dinner time. As soon as I lay eyes on Seneya, catch my breath. Besides the Siddhartha themselves blessed, seen with the beauty of 1,000 and times themselves I take her delicate features. Such beauty is wasted on this peasant realm. Must simply have her in my court. Calm down. I say that because we're both heterosexuals. See? But anyway. She could just disappear to the night. You are the daughter of Lesser Narendra Sinha. Come on in. You don't know. One sec. We're still increasing. Somebody's been doing good work for the Mahavihara. There's a couple of Mahavihara patrons in this realm. It's giving them the good work. Anything to get us closer to uniting the Sangha, which we will be struggling through for the next couple of decades before things will get easier during the 1200s. Everyone is making merry at dinner, and I tell another one of my legendary jokes to much laughter, applause, and coughing. I look around to see Suratisa, clutching his throat tied back, hacking heavily, glowing red in his face. It seems as if my joke's been a little too good for him. I could leave it to rescue others, but is it really my concern? He's a court tutor who is a leper. I don't give a damn about leopards. This isn't really my problem. So he actually dies. Again, her callous nature. This armor is constructed from hardened leather plates that are massively bound together with cords of silk cloth, while the trim and lining are cut from fine samite. The set includes a spagan helm, and the whole armor has been painted with images of a detailed tiger. Wow. How does that compare to my current injury resistance? It's kind of important. Alright, that's for keeps. Unless I want the alternative and just reforge it and make it a core artifact to have the night effectiveness. That'd be ideal. Tour the grounds here, because there's been control issues the last I heard. My hostage, yes, and it fidgets anxiously. Hopefully her father, Immersion, is near. Here in Paxinadessa, it's been long since this last saw. The girl lives with me now. Her father and I have a pact. Yes, Seneya's under my domain. She should be loyal to me. There is risk of letting her rekindle her love for her family. Please, she pleads. Please, my man, I miss my father with all my heart. You know, what goes on here is, hostage hindered from declaring war. I expect a recompense for this generous food. Why keep a hostage if not for exchanges like this? The callousness in me would just make me want to slap her. But I don't want to do that. Don't want to alienate my vassal right here and now. Hook game. I judged correctly. Enrichment is a man willing to be pushed. As he holds this scene close, he reserves for his family's full on display. We have a fresh obligation to hold him over such a beloved hostage like here. I see no threat of possibility in days to come. Quite the family man he is. Now pay up. I see you have a lot of money in you. Yeah, don't do that. That's degeneration. But not to worry. As I and my entourage ride along, I hear murmurs echoing through the grounds. I order a boy to ride ahead, and when he returns, he informs me that there's a gang of illegal poachers just ahead of us. This presents an ideal opportunity to inflict some justified pain on some unsuspecting souls. And to give myself with my vassal Narendra at the same time. I could round up these ruffians, present their heads and hands to Narendra. I don't know about much is. Time for a hunt. 100% chance of success. He's horrified by it. I don't give a damn. This is how we deal with poachers. My way. I'm not cruel. I just don't like certain people. That's what being callous is. I'm not like my forefathers. I just want to do things my way. But there will come a day where I grow older and wiser. Would rather rely on you, to be honest. Half-brother? Well, you got it. Time for tribute. We'll be heading to Anuradhapura for dinner. We approach a hamlet where a forlorn man stands shackled on the gallows, a throng gathering at his foot. Maheshi! It's Maheshi! The peasant stumbles through the crowd. Please, my husband is innocent. It's a lie. Nobody even saw it. The poor Willie. Oh, Magablala. He dragged down the official bowsters. I'm sorry, my lady. Ignore. The man is guilty. Don't worry about that. Carry on, then. I don't even know the guy. Can you treat him? It's just she has an easier time with her dread game. The inn we stayed at Rajanganaya last night was a surprisingly wonderful place. I don't know what the inn or its staff did right, but something about the inn allowed most of us to sleep through the night so peacefully. This morning there are smiles on the faces of many of my entourage as we prepare to leave. What a wonderful place this was. Dinner. You son of a beeswax, you burnt heretical books. As a Buddhist ruler. I emerged from my slumber after another peaceful night staying with Vikrama of Anuradhapura. As I regain my consciousness, I feel something heavy beside me that wasn't there before. An entire keg of Thara rests beside me like a lover, sloshing and creaking its fullness with each slight motion I make. The gift is certainly unexpected. Was it really such a pleasant thing to wake up to? Get out of my sight! I'm temperate. I don't drink alcohol. Not that much anyway. Not to that extent. Drink in moderation. That's what being tempered means. Tribute. Got one last place to visit, and that's the Vani for a cultural festival. Became friends, have you? Today I woke up with a crushing thought. I pushed myself years to be as pious as possible, yet I still feel the light start as obscured by the memory of my father, the great Agarada Gajabahu. Is this Kama's will? Is this the curse that every parent brings upon their children? Are we all born in a futile race against the giants of the past? Is this the world that Tatagagabha intended? I failed you, Siddhartha. Please forgive me. Learn the Tamil language, which that is towards accumulation. Man, Sultan's been making a lot of enemies, have you? Who moved what, where? Tamil moved from Anuradhapura to Vijayarajapura, which means this land's back to being Tamil again, as a majority. Which I don't mind one bit. What I do mind is if the Hindus make it the majority here. But is converting towards accumulation, or is that? Let me see. No, that's towards accumulation. I'm kind of indifferent if my capital county is either Tamil or Sinhalese. What is it? Charming entertainer. Everyone is still talking about the talented entertainers that Padre Carnaval gifted me a while back. There's even gossip about how Seneya is infatuated with one of the entertainers. A girl named Helen. Remember I mentioned the Helen of Troy thing? We hope that this isn't our own Helen here. She's robust, comely, paranoid, impatient, wrathful. Okay. She's not a good person. Today, Seneya approaches me with an interesting request. He bows and says, "Never seen. Oh, gracious wife, that's just Seneya. Even though you're clearly talking to nobody there." Helen is unlike any other woman. A true flower deserves to be more than a mere servant. I humbly beg you to let me take her as my consort so I can love her the rest of our lives. I know this is what she desires to. Glance over the kneeling, who has a stoic expression on her face. I ask her what she thinks, says neutrally. I accept whatever you decide, my lady. The other courtiers told me she has little interest in him, but doesn't hate him either. While his words are lies or delusions, which are really angry. My goodness. You two people are a match made in Naraka. Basha vai Sinhala. So I'll just say, fine, I'll agree to this. But you owe me, you understand? Which is nothing. Don't know what I would do with you. The streets of Vani, hang with hispix and banners. Every person in the village is merely celebrating my arrival. I can even sorry they don't take their eyes off me. When I approach the main stage, I find Rata Tiravaranki holding a flower crown in her hands, smiling at me. Here she is, now this, our queen of beauty and noblesse. Instead of calling me the Great Bear, because I have the strong trait, now I gain a nickname, the Queen of Beauty and Noblesse. And Rata Avani gains physical admiration there. That's much better. I mean, I am, you know, comely. That fits. Whoops. Hang on. Get me out of this screen. Okay. It's just I did what I did. Okay. Hold going. Support the Sangha. Where are we? 645. Now 660. We are getting way ahead now. It's only going to be another 5 years till we do this again. And then the construction of irrigation tanks, and we'll be up at 700s in no time. There's plenty of things I could do with that money. I'm in no rush of doing that. So let's establish a trade route because I have high stewardship. See if that works. I had for once assembled the states of the realm. I could summon a different social factions on my own in order to attempt to set a constructive policy agenda over the long term. Chance of success depends positively on my skills higher than 11 and negatively on the skills over the 8. Should be good. Could find out some piracy operation, though that'll make me quite dreadful. You will suffer stress if you're not counting. Yeah, I'm that kind of person. Need more money, so we'll be financing piracy. Because remember where we are. We'll do anything to get it as such. It's like, yes, we've earned a lot of money, but I still would like to earn more by other means. You might as well call me a pirate queen in the next episode. I'm right. Notoriously effusive in their praise of me. Many treatises have been written on honorable conduct in war, but those authors' lives weren't on the line when they put pen to the paper. I know from experience that the best way to defeat my enemies is to ensure we only engage a battle on my terms. The question is, what terms will be most advantageous? I'll trick my enemies to overextending. That could work. I gather my retinue together for some war games, eager to try my idea by faking a route to lure my opponents to overextending. Unfortunately, when my team attempted to try my new tactic, we were unable to hold our ground. We suffered a quick and humiliating defeat when the enemy's side quickly broke through our line and caused our ranks to disintegrate. Everyone who participated in the games now thinks that I'm a fool and wants no further involvement in my ideas. Maybe I should stick to conventional tactics. That's one. Now, work on the other. This will take 4 years instead of 6 years as it was originally. I found an individual who looks as if she spent her entire life skulking underground, lurking in the corner of my throne. I heard tell you might want a secret passage installed. I could craft any impure corridor your twisted heart desires. I'm a simple woman. A hidden escape passage will do. $75 gold. Get it all back from what I just spent. As the estates thereon were assembled, it soon became clear that the discussions were going on and on about any significant breakthroughs. Everyone was entrenched in their own positions, and the ability to compromise was almost nil. It was also apparent I was unable to steer and lead the discussions in order to present a more positive result. All in all, it was a frustrating affair where nothing truly relevant was accomplished. It was all for naught. That's my cousin. You know, that's matrilineal. Keep that well in mind. One second. Go ahead. Living off the land. So now we have more supply capacity, but travel will be safer from then on out. I'm still waiting for the trade route to be established. My attempt to establish trade on my domain was a failure, as my political decisions and actions on the ground were not enough to gold merchants to legate their business from far away places to my counts. Gold has been thrown away. This is why we turned to piracy. Because I'm that kind of person. Good. More for me. Yeah. Every little bit more renown is always good. Where are you going? Liberty War. So, is this vessel along with that? This is a rare inner island conflict. Clearly gone are the days of the peaceful golden era. It'll take him 9 months. Ah, pop the neck. Oh, wow, caliphate. The Maldives. Never thought I would see that realm come over there. This island was been relatively undisturbed. Look, the Pirate King. Because he has a piracy operation and is an infamous pirate. Oh. Getting involved in our affairs. Never thought I would see war raging like this. And it's not even by a foreign power, but from within. Inter-vassal war. Even though, since I've been becoming quite a dreadful person, I could easily just tell them to stop this damn war. But, as I'm a callous person, I kinda don't care. Let them kill each other. Find it quite entertaining. That old modifier is still there. What about here? No, I was thinking of something else. Survivors of the siege of Kalinatella, Great Tello, massacred nobility at the hands of the army of Vikram II of Anavaratpur. Those bastards. They ravaged it. War's over now. So if you lose the liberty, that means your crown authority is lowered. Now you can all stop this stupid nonsense. A beautiful regalia set of very fine craftsmanship. It consists of gold scepters set with pieces of peridot, and fine velvet ropes that have been embroidered with gold, and a large Cabochon necklace. Goodness to the sword. This is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 656. So yeah, it's going down slowly because of purification. It can go either. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, prominence can go down a bit or go up. My Barakaria Magana has honored me with visitors, brought one of his courtiers along. Coach speaks out. Well met, Vaishya Seneya. Pleased me to see you thriving here in Vijaya Rajapura. It occurred to me that Virabahu here might be in service to your court. He's an incredibly talented strategist. His mind is always spinning out possible tactics. I'd make use of myself, but alas, it doesn't seem possible. I hate to see his great talent go to waste. Won't you take me to unleash his potential? Oh yeah, I know just a place for him. Dread. That's what the issue is. You know what? Let me go on a meditation. Up to the rolling hills of Matale. No need for anything special for the time being. Just gonna be there 5 days. Just be up on these foothills here. For a long time, my predecessor Gulav has been trying to capture an elusive spy. For too long, she proved to be a shadow that's only left hints long after her operation was finished. Finally, she finally committed a mistake that led Parapanda Trincomalee to discover she was an agent relative to Manthang of Pagan. An arrest was made, and now it's up to me what to do with this fallible character. Torture the spy to steal all information. That just makes my dread even higher, and unfortunately the terror I inspire on others turn against me, as I have direct consequence of an insidious action from someone who decided to get rid of me once for all. As such, while at night, an empty alcove of my durga is lost in my thoughts. I'm viciously attacked by a mysterious dark figure that swiftly approaches me from the shadows. I'm certain this objective is my utter and final demise. Fortunately, my bodyguard's close to me to offer some protection. I must fight for my life. This event might happen if your dread is higher than 9. Well, it's very rare when dread is low, less than 20. It will get more common the higher the dread is. If you have poor intrigue, as in less than 8, or poor prowess, less than 6, you'll suffer a penalty on your chance of survival. If you have high intrigue, at least 12, or high prowess, more than 9, you'll gain a bonus to your chance of survival depending on your scores, the higher the better. 8% chance that I die, 31% chance that my long-lived bodyguard Fiery Boys dies. I must fight for my life. We survived. Yeah, go get another bodyguard, just in case. Of course, the female Radapon. You are getting old man. I'm sorry. It's great to be, you've been good to me, but damn, we need new blood. This is what this decision is for. This is gonna keep happening. So now I have to rely on my female bodyguard. Thanks to great efforts of the enemy spy confessed everything. As she revealed the info, we managed to capture the whole network. Of particular interest is the fact that my own courtier Fiery Boys was also spying for my Tangapagan, thus betraying my personal trust in him. Glad I took him off as my bodyguard. Praise all operations and execute Fiery Boys. The friend betrayed me. I somehow had the foresight to feel that there was something about him. And plus, he's getting old and is not as once was. So, execute that man. He's no longer my bodyguard now. So now I have you. And plus, just for that, since I have high dread, there's this modifier now. Dreadful behavior. Because it's part of Dark Ages, you know. The higher the dread, the more Courtiers begins to dislike you. Yes. Such an intimidating woman. I'll do in. Take you in. I've noticed as of late, with some notable exceptions, praise to be captured and robbed by my pirate fleet have been seen not too often. While the situation could be worse, it seems like the sea lanes we are patrolling are almost empty of merchants to be targeted by my pirate fleet. There's also the possibility I'm not planning the pirate routes in the most optimal fashion. Let's count the plunder. Again, your dread is way too high now. So, and And I don't even have natural tread. Make a spear this time. Temple architecture. Urbanization is what we're exposed to next. Divine right for more piety gain, short reign duration. So we wouldn't have that issue anymore. Lose stress. Return home. I'll end the episode of January. Experienced traveler now. You're a brave man. Make you a second bodyguard. And also give me a master of hunt. We never had one. That could be particularly useful. You're younger, you'll do. Give me a fair price. Got it. Oh, back when you were a little child, I always cherished those days, says my mother for quite unprompt. Everything comes rushing back. I know that my mother held a deep devotion to me, while my father, God above, lived. He loved me fiercely. It was he who heard my first words, even accepted my milk tube in his own hand. It's too late to think of though. My gratitude only goes to my mother now. Yeah, family gratitude, and so on. That is so her. Oh, look. I don't have any natural dread. I'm not a sadistic person. It's just happenstance. It's just I don't like some people. Especially those who try to kill me. Or try to, you know, conduct espionage in my realm. I don't like that. Especially from another country. And so we will end the episode with that note. So progress is going to be slightly hobbled to try to increase the province of Mahavihara as the decades pass. And we know that the reign of Seneya, the Queen of Beauty and Noblesse, will continue. And she has awfully high dread, so she better watch her back, because we may never know that someone will bring her down and end her, not necessarily a reign of terror, no, she hasn't terrorized all the vassals, no. It's just wants to keep vassals in line. Maybe perhaps she could be best seen as misunderstood. But we hope you people have enjoyed this episode and we'll see it in the next one. But until then, so long for now.